Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to All Things Football on the Finished Article podcast. My name's Shazad, and I'm joined again with my co host, Shazad. Before I go into anything, before we do anything else, look at the little ticker at the bottom, subscribe, comment, and like. As always, hit the subscribe button, get yourself subscribed to the channel, leave some comments, let us know your thoughts, and hit the like button on the videos you do like. I'll hand it over to my boy Shazad, and he'll kick things off today.
Yes, peeps. What's happening? Hope everyone's well. We're finally at the weekend. The sun's shining.
Mm-hmm.
What more could you ask for? And what we're covering today, Shaz, well, we're covering all things football, and we're going to have a review of the Champions League results from this Tuesday and Wednesday. I know we had some crackers this week, so we're going to go into a bit more detail on them. But as Shaz has already said, see the ticker at the bottom. Before we kick off, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and leave some comments, because your support is greatly appreciated. And I'm now going to hand it over to my boy Shaz to kick us off. Go for it, bro.
Yeah, nice one, bro. Nice one. So I'm going to kick off with the Man City versus Dortmund game. Man City won, which I wasn't expecting. I would have expected Dortmund to win. Now, before I can finish, I mentioned yesterday in the video that we did about the Premier League fixtures, I mentioned that that Man City lost to Dortmund. That's my bad. City won Dortmund. I don't know why I got that wrong. But yeah, City won 2-1, but it could have been a different game. As me and Shaz were just speaking about before we jumped on here, the Jude Bellingham goal that was disallowed, I don't think that should have been disallowed. I think he was clear through. There was no offside, and I don't even believe there was any foul. So I don't understand why that goal got disallowed. What are your takes on that, Shaz, though, on the Jude Bellingham goal and the game in itself?
Well, with regard to the Jude Bellingham goal, I was flabbergasted that VAR didn't look at it, because you can clearly see that Jude Bellingham got the touch on the ball, then put it past, and the keeper got the man after, so wasn't really a foul as such. It was more a case of coming to the ball late. And I got to be honest with you, I have to say Dortmund played really well. Yes, they lost, but they've got the away goal, and I saw glimpses of what Haaland could do, especially his assist for their equalizer at the time. And I'll be honest with you, Foden's in a class of his own. He did well, and I think
Foden's a good player. He's a good player.
He's a good
I
player.
like Phil Foden. He's going to do well at Chelsea, at Man City, and he's going to do well for England as well. I think. Young talent that I'm looking forward to seeing.
For me, I think this tie is far from dead. I still think that there's a lot for both teams to offer, and I really think if you look at Man City's performance, they were suffering from pre-match jitters. As you can imagine, they've not been past the quarterfinal for quite a while. Last time they got to the semi-final was when Manuel Pellegrini was in charge. So Pep's got a big hand to get the boys over the line, but it should be an interesting leg. And let's see how the second leg plays out.
Yeah, definitely. Bang on. I could have said it any better myself. So I'll jump on to the next fixture, Porto versus Chelsea. I was expecting Chelsea to win, but I wasn't expecting them to win so comfortably with a 2-0 win away at Porto. They've done well to get the win there, and I think that fixture is over, really. I don't think Porto are going to do much at Stamford Bridge in the second leg next week, I believe that they are.
No, I mean, I have to say I was very impressed with the way Chelsea came out, especially considering they just come off the back of a 5-2 loss to West Brom, which was a shock, as you can probably imagine. I think from my perspective, Mason Mount, you know what? Mason Mount is putting Kai Havertz and Timo Werner to shame. 115 million between the both of them, and they couldn't hear a barn door to save their lives. I mean, let's be honest. If it wasn't for Mason Mount getting through that, then they would have struggled. And Ben Chilwell with the goal in towards the end of the game. So I don't disagree. I think this leg is pretty much Chelsea's, but I think they still need a goal at home to pretty much just wrap this one up.
Definitely. I think they need a goal at home to secure the victory, but I don't think that will be too difficult for him to do at home. I think Porto will struggle at Stamford Bridge because they know they're already 2-0 down.
To correct you, Shaz, I mean, so I've just checked myself. So apparently both legs are being played at Sevilla's Ramon Sanchez Stadium because of the whole COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes, you're right.
So, well, let's be honest, whether they're home or away, I think Chelsea will have too much.
Either way, I think Chelsea are going to still take that.
And I have to say, I was very impressed with Thomas Tuchel's changes, the way he brought about changing the lineup, made 5 changes, brought Rudiger back in, and he'd had a row with Arrizabella, their goalkeeper, so Rudiger was on form, and Mendy didn't really have much to do, but that's just my take on that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's what happens. That's what happens in football. People have disagreements and things happen. But yeah, let's jump on to the next fixture.
So next fixture I'm going to touch upon is Real Madrid versus Liverpool. So this was a rerun of, if I'm not mistaken, the 2016 Champions League final between Real Madrid and Liverpool. And I have to say, Liverpool were disappointing. Vinicius Jr., who never scores for Real Madrid, managed to bag 2 in the same night. Asensio got the other, and it was 2-0 at halftime. I have to say that Liverpool's defense and team made it too easy for them to win. They just went at the races, and I have to say Salah's the only one that's actually doing anything decent. And I have to say one bit of controversy I felt that there was that Mane was through on goal early on. And they should have had a man sent off Real Madrid, but putting that to one side, I thought that they had more than enough to go and get the win. But I think they just didn't show up, and this is just reminiscent of Liverpool's bad form this season. I mean, for me, I can't say that the tie is dead because, as you know, a few years ago, Liverpool came back from 3-0 down to beat Barcelona at home 4-0. So I wouldn't say the tie is completely dead, but based on current form, I think it's going to be really difficult for Liverpool. It just depends on how they play.
Definitely. Like you put it there, bro. Vic Jr. scored 2 goals and he never really scores for Real Madrid. That just goes to show how bad Liverpool are doing. People who don't normally score for their team are scoring for him, scoring against them. And he didn't just score 1; he scored a double. He scored a brace against Liverpool. So, yeah, to be fair, I think that tie's done and dusted. It's 3-1, and fair enough, Liverpool have the away goal, and all they need is a 2-0 win to get through. But can they get a 2-0 win? Can they keep a clean sheet? I doubt it. Not against Liverpool. Not against Real Madrid. Real Madrid are a good team, and I think they will score at Anfield if the tie's at Anfield. This one is at Anfield, isn't it?
Yeah, this one's at Anfield.
Yeah. And I think there's just one more fixture to go through. I'll let Shaz do that one as well.
Before I touch upon that last fixture, I mean, I have to say that Liverpool's form, just wrapping it up, considering they just smashed Arsenal 3-0, it's quite surprising. So you would have thought they would have taken their form, but Trent Alexander-Arnold had a shocker of a night. And I just think that Liverpool just need a reset to the end of the season because this season is probably one for them to forget.
Well, saying that, Trent Alexander-Arnold has had a bad night in quite a lot of games this season. Compared to last season, he was one of the best players Liverpool had, probably in the Premier League. But this season, there's not been much talk about him besides his bad performances, which from one season to the next, it's just a dramatic change for a young player. So hopefully, he recovers for next season and, he pushes on. He forgets this season and just pushes on because at the end of the day, he's a young talent and obviously I want to see him do well. Even though he's at Liverpool and I hate Liverpool, but, that's another story, bro.
No, that's fair enough. Anyway, guys, moving on to the next game that I'm going to be covering. And this for me was a cracker. So this was, again, a rerun of the Champions League final from last season. So Bayern versus PSG. And wow, what did I tell you, Shaz? PSG ripped Bayern a new asshole. I mean, you got to look at
kind of, bro, kind of. I get where you're coming from. Mbappe was just brilliant in this game.
Mbappe was
Mbappe was just.
I have to say the fact that Lewandowski was out kind of made it easy for PSG.
Yeah.
So we'll never know. I mean, if he returns for the second leg, then it could be interesting. But I think PSG have an advantage because they've got the 3 away goals.
Yes.
And I'll be honest, for Marquinhos' goal that PSG scored, Bayern's defense went to sleep, and that's really surprising considering they have conceded very few goals this season. They're normally attacking
for a team that's conceded a few goals in the season to go into this fixture and concede 3 goals. It's quite a big thing. Yes, they're playing PSG, but Bayern Munich are no pushover, man. And to have 3 goals conceded in one game at home as well. It's just one of the things.
I have to say I'm impressed by what Pochettino has done since he's come to PSG. Yeah. So he's stamped his authority. He's got them playing good football. He had an excellent result in the last game where they ended up beating Barcelona 4-1 in the first leg. So they are definitely making strides, and I think this is probably their year, which is why as I mentioned to you in the prediction, this is going to be the battle of the hour bonus. So Man City versus PSG, because both of them are keen to get their hands on the Champions League.
I read somewhere that if it's Man City versus PSG, it's going to be called the Oil Clasico. Just putting that out there, the Oil Clasico instead of the El Clasico.
I suppose it's the battle of the money boys, and let's be honest, whoever loses isn't going to be happy. And you know what? It'd be interesting to know what happens if one of them actually does win the Champions League, because they actually invested in their sides for that particular reason. So the reason why PSG went out and spent 200 million on Neymar was to bring the Champions League. What happens to their ambition once that happens? Are they looking to continue? Because no disrespect to French football, but their league is like playing League One, the Championship in England. It's standard.
You're not wrong. Their league isn't as good as what it could be. I think there's PSG and I think is it Monaco that are owned by quite rich people.
Yeah, Monaco. Yeah, I mean Monaco had a lot of decent players like Falcao and Mbappe back in the day, and obviously those guys moved on and they've not exactly been up to that par, but they're sort of contenders or pretenders, if you like, for the championship there.
Yeah.
But yes,
saying that though, Shaz, sorry to interrupt you, bro. Just saying that PSG aren't even top. They're actually second to Lille by 3 points.
Yeah, so. They are. So, well, let's be honest. Considering the fact that we've been in a pandemic and some of the positions we're seeing from a lot of the teams, in not only the French league but also in the Premier League as well, I can't say I'm surprised, but it'd be interesting to know how it pans out towards the end of the season and if Poch can
definitely.
get the line.
Definitely, you're not wrong on there.
So, guys, that's our roundup for the Champions League fixtures for this week. So that's the first leg of the quarterfinals. We've got another set of quarterfinals that will be coming up next week, which we'll round upon then. But guys, please leave some comments in the thoughts and let us know what you thought about the predictions. Did you think they matched what we said they were going to be, or did you think there were any surprises that you didn't expect to see? As always, much appreciated. I'm going to sign off by letting Shaz have the last word.
Thanks, Shaz. Yeah. So, like you said, we'll round up the second leg next week once they're finished. We won't be doing a prediction on the second leg because we've already predicted who we thought were going to win overall, basically. So yes, before we do go, hit the like button. Leave your comments. Let us know what you thought about the video, the results, our predictions, and as always, hit the subscribe button and help us hit that, get to that 100. So yeah, we'll see you again in the next video.
Take care, guys.